Hello, family. Today, we're going on an exciting journey to explore how African countries are interacting with two big countries, China and Russia, as part of a group called BRICS. These countries are very strong and have a lot of influence around the world. African countries and the African diaspora are at an important point where we have to make big decisions that will affect our future. We'll look into how working together with China and Russia can be good for our business and growth, but also why it's important to be careful about how much control these big countries have. We'll also talk about why some people choose to have citizenship in two or more countries and how it can help them explore new opportunities and face challenges in today's world. Let's dive in and discover all the different layers of this global story, focusing on what it means for African countries and our people in the African diaspora as things keep changing around us. The excitement of joining hands with the BRICS group, especially with big countries like China and Russia, is a big deal for African countries. This partnership promises to bring new business, build better roads and buildings, and make African countries more important in the world. But there's a lot to think about before jumping in. China and Russia are very strong in how they run their countries, and sometimes they don't pay much attention to people's rights or freedom to speak. This way of leading could influence African countries in ways that might not be good. China and Russia are known for being very strict with their people, not always letting them speak freely or have their rights respected. They use their military and laws to make sure people follow what the government wants. This shows that getting too close in business with these countries could be risky. African countries might get a lot of money and help building things from working with China and Russia. But this could also make them depend too much on these big countries, not just for money but also in making their own decisions. It's important to think about keeping freedom and making sure they can decide things for themselves. Working with China through something called the Belt and Road Initiative, and with Russia's help in military and business, looks like it could bring good things like safety and growth. But it's very important to think carefully about what this means for the future, like keeping control of their own country and not having too much debt. For people, having citizenship in two countries could be a smart way to deal with these big world changes. It gives them more choices for work, safety, and living in different places. It's like having a backup plan when things get tough. In the end, African countries working with big countries like China and Russia is like a delicate dance. It could bring a lot of good things, but also needs careful thinking to make sure they keep their freedom and make the best choices for their future.